Ciao. What's up? All right, so this is a big like visa news update type thing. I'm half on the battery, so I don't know how long we'll get through it without me having to take the gimbal apart and put a new battery in. But the first thing I want to talk about is visas. Like, a lot of people have been shitting on some of my stuff, being like, visa's really hard here, blah, 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 blah. You gotta do a visa run, blah, 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 blah. So, okay, after the pandemic's over and say you're in America and you want to come here, you can get a 1-year visa, travel or business, for about $200. And you can do it all in America and get it all ahead of time, and you bring it with you, and Bob's your uncle, they'll stamp you. Your stamp will, the actual stamp will expire after 90 days. So most likely, if you've gotten a year visa, you're gonna be here for a while, right? So yeah, you don't have to do a visa run anymore. You don't have to go run to Laos or Cambodia and do a visa run. Although that can be fun. Like, I didn't see the bad side of that, but what they're gonna do after the 90 days is every 30 days, you've got to get your stamp redone inside of wherever you're at. So like if you're in Ho Chi Minh in District 1, you go to the local, not embassy, you go to the local, you go to the local immigration thing, whatever, and you get the stamp redone for 10 bucks. They just kind of want to know where you're at now here. They don't necessarily need you to do the visa run. They just want to know where you're at. So in July, they kind of got rid of the visa run thing. Now all this shit can change at any time, because what's going to happen is, since they've had such a decline in people coming in because of COVID, I feel like when this COVID shit's over, they're gonna 360 on that shit and make it pretty easy to come here for a year and not have to mess with much shit, and even longer. Next thing on the visa thing, so say you're already here and you've been on your 1-year visa and it's getting ready to expire, and you go on Facebook and you look at all these great Facebook things that are like, oh yeah, 2-year TRC, you just $1,000, you don't have to do anything, you're done. That is not a way I would recommend to do your visa here in any kind of scenario whatsoever. You have no control over what it is. For the most part, you're usually getting hired on as a board member to some company that you don't know what that company is, and how many other members has that agency, that visa agency, already signed on other people, and what if one of those goes tits up, and then, you know, they've been doing a lot of sting/bust on these style of TRC visas, essentially, and people have been blacklisted and kicked out of the country, essentially. So you'd want to do it the right way. If you've got some amount of money, you can do the investor visa. It takes a pretty good amount of money, but the investor visa is usually the best way to go. It's a legit way to go. You can also create a business as well, but make sure it's a legit business, you know, that is created with you as pretty much the head and one other Viet that you trust, and not a bunch of other people on the board that you don't know anything about. It can be a risky scenario, like going through an agency that says, oh, you just pay me, you know, $1,000, $1,300 to $1,300. All your paperwork will be done in 35 days. You don't have to worry about anything for 2 years. Most of those long-term visas, you have to at least do a health check. There's a lot of other stuff. You got to worry about paying some kind of PIT. I mean, if it sounds too good to be true, for the most part, it's usually way too good to be true. So you've got to use your head on these things. As things get clearer and clearer on what works and what doesn't work, and what's the actual proper revenue, I mean, sure, if you got the money, you can pay for whatever to get to whatever here. But there's a fine line between paying and doing it correctly. So I would, if it was me, want to do it correctly. So yeah, as more information emerges about the visas, I will let you know. But as far as your first year, it's super easy. You just apply through the Vietnam embassy. You send them money via PayPal in like this Word 97 form, and you've got a 1-year travel and or business visa. And you can do business visa if you actually genuinely are gonna look to set up a business or company here. That's not falsifying any document. I should have, in the long run, did a business visa because it would have been easier for me to transfer to a work permit or a TRC or things like this. I should have. I was naive. I didn't know. I knew I wanted to start a business here, and I legitimately have started a business here. I have an IT company here. So I should have researched that a bit more. The problem with looking this shit up on like Google is you don't get a lot of proper information on it. There's so many sites that pop up that say they'll just do the shit for you. Xin chao. So I mean, let's flip this sucker around. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, let me try this way. There we go. Okay, so we're flipped around now, and enough of my ugly mug. So let's get into the rest of the news. Flooding and landslides have devastated central Vietnam as of right now. It's not good. A lot of people have died. A lot of people are missing. People have lost their entire families due to these landslides. The main reason why I haven't gone to Central, you know, I plan to start some kind of thing, maybe a donation to go there to help them, but so many people in Vietnam have already donated money. You know, they busted that pho lady, or the banh mi lady, I don't know, whichever, for taking Viet money and not reporting it to the government. A lot of people like got on that comment and were like, oh dude, you can't raise money and go give it there without the government's permission. You cannot raise Vietnamese money inside of Vietnam and then go give it away without their permission. I could raise American money through a GoFundMe and go give it to them. But there's so many landslides, and there's another storm that's about to hit that area, that I wouldn't be in a safe position, and we don't want Fat and Broke to not be around. So I've got to continue to shoot my content. I mean, yeah, there's no way. Xin chao. Hello. I met this Filipino lady earlier. She's very nice. So let me pull out of my pocket like the rest of the news I got, because I don't want to falsify anything. Oh, Vietnam just carried out an intestine transplant, which is like only the 100th time that's ever happened anywhere, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Storm Goni is due to enter the East Sea and heads for storm-battered central Vietnam. So yeah, that's why I'm not there right now. And I would have to hire a boat. I would have to get a crew. You know, I would have to do a couple grand out of pocket. And it seems it's already covered. Like, many Vietnamese celebrities came out and collected money, which also got taken by the government to give to them. But so many countries are donating money. I don't know how much of a difference I could make. So far, the storms combined have cost $430 million to central Vietnam alone, which is not good. Let's see what else. So a lot of the landslide issues they're attributing to deforestation and construction is to blame for the landslide. So rapid construction without doing geological surveys to see what kind of impact that would have, which is unfortunately a common thing here. It's the same way like a Vietnamese building isn't made correctly. Like, I'll give you an example. Like Vinholm's Golden River, on the first building that was built, the Lux 6, they didn't frame out the entryway right. So like the glass door breaks every 3 months. And they're too cheap to rip out the entire thing and redo it. So it just continues to break. There's another fake AMG with a, sounds like a downpipe and a cat delete. Sometimes they just do a muffler delete, which is really odd, but whatever. Let's see what else we got. What else can I say? Oh, Pompeo was just here. So America, and under the Trump administration, is strengthening the relationship between Vietnam and America, which is a really good thing. They've been doing a lot of drug busts. Vinmart just closed 433 stores because Masan, a different company, acquired Vinmart from Vin. which I didn't know. It's a shame 3 girls died in a bar fire. Yeah, they lit some fireworks off, and they could have ran out and got out, but they ran and went to their purses on the 2nd floor and got trapped in a bathroom and died of asphyxiation, which is terrible. Vietnam most likely is going to begin human trials of the COVID-19 vaccine this month. So sometime this month, they're going to start the human trials like we have in America, where those human trials are not going so well, as from the words of Bill Gates on TV. Almost all Vietnamese are pro-Trump, and same goes with Vietnamese American. They're very Trump. Hong Kong's very pro-Trump. Pretty much everywhere I've traveled is pro-Trump outside of America. I'm not going to disclose what I am, but yeah, I'm not going to vote for a guy that can't form 3 sentences in a row without staggering. You got to put aside the Hollywood sometimes and the extra nuance and just look at the big picture. As I've always said, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, so tomorrow will be an interesting day. I'm almost contemplating doing a live stream for the election with the Sony. I'd have to get it all set up tonight, but if you guys think that's a good idea, since I'm going to post this video tonight, this is going to be the first one. I'm shooting like literally 10 videos today, but this will be the one that I post tonight because you guys really care about the news in Vietnam. So yeah, if you think I should throw together some kind of live segment, okay, let's do it. And what else can I think of? Is there anything else? Is this a white chick? We got a white chick. It's rare. It's like seeing a tiger in the middle of nowhere, for sure. Hello. Oh, not American. What was that? Sounded French or Swedish. 100% not American, because she looked at me and smiled first. So we know it's a crime to look at a fucking American girl right now. So that was our first sign that wasn't American. Let me see. Why doesn't this work so good? Does it have to be slow presses? Or are they fast? Okay, hold on. What are we on here? Okay, so I think we covered all the news I can cover. As far as like the country opening soon, no time soon. I'm gonna go a year at best for like open tourism. I think Vietnam's gonna want their vaccine to work before they consider anything. They're gonna want rapid testing around. You can get here on an expert visa. I've kind of covered how you can get here on an expert visa, but if you have an actual college degree with a TEFL certificate, you can go through a school and they will sponsor you to become an expert visa and you can get here. So I have like 3 or 4 subscribers that are already here and working. Peachy, I think is your name. I'm supposed to go meet up with him in D2 and look and do a tour of his apartment and then kind of run around with how he got here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the news update. I'm sure I missed some stuff. I'm not perfect, just like nobody is in this world. So we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.